fighting out of Ukraine. Up against them, Zhang Zheli. So here comes the man nicknamed the Big Bang, and you don't need me to tell you why. One of the heaviest hitters in the heavyweight division.
Weight-wise, it's going to be a teller, because when you get hit with those shots, it's going to hurt, and we're going to feel it.
And now we toss it up to the world-renowned ring announcer, Mr. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, an undisputed cruiserweight world champion, and a unified heavyweight champion of the world, Alexander Usyk. Fighting out of the blue corner, hailing from Zhou, China, introducing the Big Bang, Zhang Zheli.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
All what's left is for the first bell to go. That's all we need now, because the build-up is getting ridiculous.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. Good defense there to stop that hook. Missing with the left hook. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Punch, counter punch. And he scores with the counter. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That counter punch caught him clean. This fight has a real good flow to it. That hook's blocked. Punch, counter punch. Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. At this point, you got to believe. Here we go, it's round 2. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Do you believe what we're seeing? Time they drop their guard, they get caught. punished for it. Nice counter shot. Alexander Usyk in that last round.
Switch on.
There's the bell for round 3. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Perfect counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. They drop their guard, and down goes the Big Bang. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
That's lights out right there.
One, two, three, four. Come to me.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again to get your...
And down goes Jean. Wow, let's take another look at that.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes...
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. They say no one knows a fighter better than their trainer, and this trainer is certainly considering maybe throwing in the towel after their fighter got dropped twice.
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
That's his round.
Brother, the right hand's beautiful. I said, start just stick up a few bodies.
Back at it in round 4. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Caution is being thrown to the wind. That counter shot lands. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You would not want to be hit by this guy. Trust me. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Those counter punches have to hurt. They threw the hook. It didn't land. uppercut. That hook doesn't score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Did you see that? Usyk might go down here. What an upset. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Usyk! They've avoided catastrophe there.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back. Steady yourself.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. The big Ukrainian in big trouble. How did they survive that?
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Zhang is in trouble. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
Now they've got to wake up.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Why would they try some? Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. And a round that seemed... This is the beginning of round 6. After that last round, something has got to change.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. Can they figure out the combination to this set?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
And the big bang just got banged. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble, a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. I'm worried about these two. There's the bell to start round 7. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He threw a punch and just got countered. His stamina is off the charts. Jab slightly off target. Misses with the straight left. Zhang is in trouble. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Stamp. And there's the bell for round 8. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
They exchange punches. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Incredible work rate. And the big bang just got banged. It appears the onslaught is over, and he is forcing him to take a knee.
What you see right there is a heartbroken fighter.
6, 7, 8. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. What a tough way to lose it by split decision.
It could have gone either way, and it's hard, you know, you're going to have people arguing. The fans for one and the fans for the other say our fighter won. Split decision was fair. Down to the T, down to the wire. These guys put it on the line. Split decision is fair.